What's up, Digital Collective? Listen, we are back. We missed y'all. Listen, life been lifing for us, but hey, we are back and we are excited to be able to record once again to connect with you guys. You happy? You excited, Sean?
Very excited. I appreciate everybody sticking in there. We had little things going on behind the scene, but everything is going well now. So we back on track. So we coming. I'm ready.
Listen, so what do we have for them today?
Now it's been really popping. I mean, for the last 2 weeks, I mean, really popping. You
The
know,
space.
from Canada, President Trump, the what is that? The Genius Act. We're gonna talk about all those things that they was last week, but we're gonna bring it up to now, even though with the war, Iran being United States attacking Iran. So we're gonna talk about all that information so we can bring y'all up to date. So where we at now?
Yes, how it affects the crypto space. So let's jump right in. All right, take it away, Sean.
Well, on June the 18th. That's a
Mm-hmm.
big day. Canada approved 3 spot ETF XRP.
Mm-hmm.
And that's big. That's big. I think it was 3IQ was one, Purpose was the second one, and was it Evolve was the third.
Okay.
Now these things was approved through Canada platform. So
Mm-hmm.
how did you wonder what does that got to do with United States? Because we have not approved ETF at this time. The
Mm-hmm.
case is still going on. So we got to make sure. I think Paul Atkins is trying to make sure the case is going to be dissolved and nothing more forward moving with Ripple before he approved those ETF. But by Canada doing it now, they're putting more pressure on United States SEC to approve spot ETFs for us. And they go well. United States kind of travel what Canada does. So we
So,
got to
like you
make
say, mirrors. You mean United States kind of is
I'm
going to
sorry,
mirror?
mirrors. Yeah, yeah, mirrors what United States does. So this right here, United States, they don't want to be last. We already know that. So Canada is putting the more pressure on the SEC to, hey, we got three. Y'all ain't what y'all doing?
Right,
That's how
right.
that's how I look at it.
Right, that's a good thing too. I mean, and these companies too are going to want to participate in this space to be able to make money in that area too. They're not going to want, like, if Canada is successful, launching these, and these companies are able to make money through launching these, then I'm sure, the United States companies are going to want to be like, hey, like, they got these ETFs and they're out and they're making money. So we don't want to lose money. We don't want to lose revenue when we could be doing this too. So the companies may also like put more pressure on the SEC. Like, come on now, what's up with our application?
Uh-huh.
What's going on? So I think that, like you said, I'm in agreement that I think it's just going to put some pressure on the US to be like, hey, figure it out, get into the game, don't lose out, don't miss the moment.
One thing I will say, two things. One thing is, you made a good point about making revenue, and they said one of the ETFs in 3 days outperformed any other ETF. So that should
Wow.
tell you what's coming our way. They approved three at one time for Canada.
Mm-hmm.
We have a total of 18.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
can you imagine the SEC approving 18 spot ETFs? Because
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to just approve one and then another next week. And they're not going to do that because that's not being fair. So what they're going to do is they're going to approve all 18 or maybe
You
19
think
because
that's so you think that's what they're gonna do? Now this is speculation, you guys. It's not saying that we know for sure what the SEC is going to do. So our opinion, my husband's opinion is that they will approve all of them at the same time.
well, yeah, that's my opinion. If you look back, I'm just looking back at when they did Bitcoin in January 2024, I think
Mm-hmm.
they approved all three of them
Okay.
at one
Okay.
time. And this reason why is because they don't want different countries, I'm sorry, not country, different companies to
Mm-hmm.
go be ahead of each other. So they'll approve all of them at one time so they
That
can have
makes sense.
a fresh start.
Right. So
And
now one company has more leverage than the other.
correct, yes. And so my thing is this: I'm hearing that the number 19 is BlackRock.
All
So
right.
if BlackRock jumps in, we already know what's going to happen after that because they're the one who brought out Bitcoin ETFs.
All right then. Okay. Cool. They have some experience in the game. So
A lot of experience in the game.
in the game, yes. All right, well, cool. So now you know how the XRP ETFs, even though they're improved in Canada, how it could impact, US, how it impacts US. So that's good information. That's good information. So you said you had some other things you wanted to share too?
Well, yes. Trump. I'm gonna back up a little bit. We
Mm-hmm.
well, I'm gonna talk about the Genius Act. The Genius Act was approved by the Senate. Trump actually tweeted, I think, the next day saying, "Hey, we want to be the crypto hub for the world. I
Mm-hmm.
need y'all." I'm paraphrasing. I need y'all to hurry up, get this bill passed, and on my desk before I can sign.
All right.
He said ASAP. That's what he meant. He wanted everybody to get on board, stop playing around, and get these two bills passed: the Market Bill and the Genius Act. So the Genius Act just passed the Senate. Now it's going from the Senate to the House.
Okay.
And once the House passes it, it goes to Trump, President Trump, before he can sign it. So I'm thinking, this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that these two bills, the Market Bill and the Genius Bill, will pass through this House sometime next month in
Okay.
July. I can't
All
give
right.
you a date, but he said he wanted ASAP. They have until August, so I'm sure they are not going to wait till August because he's not going to let them wait till August to get these bills to him before he can sign into law. Time is
Well,
ticking. So
listen, yeah, and there's a lot going on right now, especially with like you mentioned earlier with the U.S. participating in with the strikes that we've done most recently on Saturday. So there's a lot on the table. So I think some of the attention may be off of those bills right now and
mhm.
on what's going on.
Right.
So we don't know what the time frame is going to be. I just think that the priority has probably shifted, due to, the strikes on Iran and things like that.
Yeah, you got to also remember too. Um, these things is moving so fast. You blink your eye, and you gonna miss it. That's
Mhm.
my opinion. Even though this happened all of a sudden, and then I just read it right before we came on that Israel and Iran are now talking about ceasefire. So Trump put that out today, probably like within an hour ago.
Well, who doesn't want peace? So, but regardless of the situation, we know that they're having major developments in the crypto space with especially these ISO 222 tokens. They have it, greatly some great changes and great strides in the space this year alone. So I don't think the momentum has died down at all with moving forward with adoption of major companies, retail spaces. I don't think any of that has died down. I honestly think that sometimes things are out there to be a distraction so that you think to look over here, but everybody else is looking over there.
Well, you said a mouthful. It's not. It really is as a distraction. People
Yeah, and this
pay more attention to the what's going on in Iran and Israel, where, like you said, these bills are being passed. Crypto is a being influx of billions of
Mhm.
dollars. We're talking about Circle IPNO. We're talking about this case being over completely, right? Because right now, even though it didn't end on June the 16th, like I thought it was. But now they pushed it to August the 15th. However, Judge Torres can rule on this case any moment. That's not, she have until August the 15th. Not saying she's going to take the whole up to the 60 days to do it, but I know she's not going to do it. So that can happen anytime, any moment. But when you, like you said, distracted, when you got your eyes on one thing and you just focus on that, you better look to your left because something else coming.
Yeah, and when I say that, I don't take lightly lives that have been impacted through what's going on with these strikes. People have been impacted, lives have been lost. So I am not saying that is a distraction or taking lightly
No,
anything like
no,
that. That is
no,
not to be taken lightly.
no.
The
We're not
destruction.
saying that part. No.
Yeah, so destruction of life, people being impacted, financially, physically, in any shape or form, that deserves our empathy and our prayers, for that. So I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that I believe like you should still pay attention to what's happening financially, because just like I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give perfect example. When COVID-19 happened, right? Everybody was very focused on COVID and very focused on personal distancing and catching the virus and how to keep yourself safe, and which is all very important. But let me tell you who was what the wealthy was also focused on. They was also focused on the fact that the stock market had dropped like I don't know what. Like stocks had dropped to like bottom lows, and they were able to buy stocks and assets. Buy stocks or equities at low prices, so that when they rebounded, they were able to make millions. Which happened, which happens while the everyday person could have been just like at the news and glued to the news, which you should be informed. You should be informed, but don't lose focus on what opportunities are out there. So that's what I wanted to say. Because even myself, I'm like, okay, I did not pay attention to the stock market when COVID happened, and so there were so many stocks that dropped to like record lows that are now at record highs.
And yeah,
So that's what I'm saying, is that you can be distracted by looking at one thing, can completely engulfed and focus on that, but losing your focus on something else to say, okay, well, I can still be aware, but I'm not going to be distracted.
you know what? I'm gonna say this, and maybe you might smile. Shift your
Hmm.
having
Yeah.
your mentality shift in another gear.
Mm.
So that makes a lot of sense what you said. And we all know that Iran controls the oil a lot of the world. And I think President Trump said today he told nobody better not touch that oil price. And I appreciate that. I do. I mean, because we already know every time there's some type of oil in pay, we know barrels of oil,
And it affects your pockets at the gas tank.
and that right there it affects what's inflation. So
So
we already at high inflation. They say it's coming down. If they jack those gas prices up, it's gonna go back up. I say. So
mm,
President Trump said he told everybody do not no jack your price up. We drilling our own oil. So we're gonna.
okay.
He said, hey, I
All
like
right.
that.
So listen, now we're not political. We're not here to influence you either way regarding politics. Our topics are crypto, in the crypto space. And so we are not favoring any presidential candidate over another or any person over
No,
another. So
I'm just
um
giving out the information that
yeah, we're
was.
just giving out information. And so don't think that, oh, we're pro anything. We're giving out information. So that's what we're doing. And I think that we gave out some good ones. Again, we missed you guys and being able to get on here. But like my husband said, life been life for a little bit, but we back. All things are well. And we're so excited that you guys stay with us, that you hung out with us, and that you are part of our community. We appreciate you. We really do.
But yeah, we enjoy doing this a lot because we made a lot of, I guess I'm gonna say, family for doing this. We have a lot of people who actually watch us. They'll text us, "Hey, when the next video coming out?" And that makes us feel real good that somebody really cares what we think about or how we present it out there, and they depend on us. So, like my wife said, we appreciate you. We don't take this lightly. I promise
No,
you, we do not
no,
take this lightly.
no.
That's why we try to put as much as I say
Research
research
into what we do. Yeah.
research in what we do because we want to give you the correct information. We got a lot of people out there may want give you this
Hype you
deep
up.
and that. Yeah, no, we're not like that. We're trying to make sure that you fully understand what's going on,
Yes.
and
And
if you decide to invest in this, so you'll have a clear understand what you're investing for, why you're investing, and where it's going to take you. You know, your vision for yourself and your family.
Right. And so what we always say though, we are not financial advisors. We're not telling you what to invest in. We're just giving information to make you fully aware of what's out there so that you can take steps to do your own research. So, and we suggest that do your own research upon the space, upon any cryptocurrency that we talk about. Look it up for yourself. We just want to be a voice, like my husband said, to help make it more understandable for you. So this is all for educational purposes and not for investment purposes, but to help you understand. So with that being said, this is us signing off for today. We appreciate you guys once again. And if you haven't, check out our Patreon page, DC Digital Collective 828. The link should be in all of our posts. We would love to connect with you. That's what my husband was mentioning, texting us or connecting with us. You're able to do that in that Patreon space. So, but if you don't do that, no worries. Hang out with us on YouTube. Just like, share, and subscribe.
And comment.
Oh, and comment. All right. Well, you guys have a great day, great evening, whatever it is, whatever time zone you're in. We appreciate you. Have a great one.
Have a good night.